The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Friday, the 7th day of March, 2025. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. I'm Jamal Hartman. She's Teray Tull, and Teo Dill will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in the news break brought to you by People's. Happy Friday, Teray. How are you?
Happy Friday. Yeah, I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good? Well, that's a good thing. Feeling good is a good thing. I thought, the election was over and, we'll be back to fighting for the causes beyond voting. And it seems like it's not going anywhere this week because there's a little deputy leader situation going on. And then people upset the budget doesn't start being, it's not being unveiled to May, I think. And then there's another growth speech. And there's a lot going on there. But otherwise, LeBron James is doing a thing with the Lakers.
Wait, what he's doing?
They're on a win streak. Don't ask me how many games, but they're on a win streak.
Hey, wait, but aren't they like always at the top of the league, or no?
No, they've been bums. They've been bums. They've been such bums. I thought Teo was on the team.
Must be you and Teo on the team.
You couldn't let me just have one. Couldn't let me just have one.
I got you, brother.
He's on today. Let me be nice. Yeah, see? Oh, Teo knows. See, Teo says Luka Magic. Luka Magic.
Luka Magic.
Luka Magic? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know who I know? You know that white boy that was really tight with Kobe Bryant? Paul Gasol? Is that his name?
Yeah,
that's what I know.
He's been retired about 10 years now. Probably more. Yeah, about that. Yeah. Okay, so Luka Magic, that's Luka Doncic. Is he Croatian or Slovenian?
Oh, is he Serbian?
Serbian, yes, thank you.
That might be a stereotype because I don't know how, but they produce a lot of ballers.
No. Jokic, Nikola Jokic. You know what? We're not going on this road. I don't know. And the Europeans, I do that enough on my own any other day. He's from Europe, but he's good, Teray.
Okay, you know what? Oh yeah, he is Serbian. I just checked it out. He's Serbian.
Yes. He's Serbian. He's Serbian. All right, let's get off this basketball talk, folks. Happy Friday to you and all that good stuff. Greetings, everyone, and thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today. It's Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. And again, if you ship to Bermuda, even if you don't, if you know someone who does, sign up for 2 free years of membership with Mailboxes. Just go to mailboxes.bm/the Daily Hour. You get 2 free years of membership. All right. It's Friday Fun Day. The Daily Play is, things you should know. I think it's easy today. So, it's politics related, women related, obviously. So yeah, I think she's got this. She may not need your help, folks. Don't forget to subscribe though on our website, thedailyhour.com. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Let's jump right into it. This is it like Women's Month, the entire month?
Well, it is Women's Month, the entire month, but today in Bermuda, they're celebrating International Women's Day. So there's a big function happening, but International Women's Day is tomorrow, but the entire month is Women's Month.
The entire month, so it's like Black History Month, they got the entire month, but they have a day. So International Women's Day is tomorrow, but being recognized today.
Yes.
All right. That was a tongue twister.
Also, Hang on, one thing. We have some people correcting us saying Luca is Slovenian. We were saying Nikola. Is Luca and Nikola the same person?
No, they're different people.
Oh, okay, period.
So I was right. I said Slovenia because I said
Yes.
Croatian or Slovenian. And I said, yeah. Thank you all. This is why live audience is helpful. When we trip over ourselves, they help pick us up.
But you were on it. We were on it because we were thinking Baltic states, Eastern European. So we got it.
Yeah. No, be careful how we say that. Some people, there's wars separating those countries, and again, love to the Europeans. All right.
We have a lot in common with them, I will say.
She lives in Europe, by the way.
I do. Yeah. I live in Europe now in Oxford, but I went to boarding school in Armenia, which is like Eurasia as well. So I will say we have a lot in common with, I think, the Baltic states, like the Eastern European states, when it comes to political development, regression.
So what you're saying is St. David's is going to be his own country soon? I'm joking. I couldn't help myself. Folks, let's get to the question of the morning. It's Fun Day Friday again. Daily discussion is brought to you by our friends at Titan and Secure Trucking.
The daily discussion is brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. Visit TitanEXBDA.com, your leading tour and transport provider specializing in Black History tours throughout the island. And SecureBDA.com for all your property management, waste management, residential, and commercial trucking needs. Professional, punctual, and reliable service is our commitment to you.
All right, it's a fun one in honor of Women's Month and International Women's Day, which is being recognized today, celebrated tomorrow. The question of the morning for this Friday Fun Day is, and I know you all are going to have a field day with this, so make sure you share the link. Make sure you like, love, follow, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff right now. The question of the morning is, who are some of Bermuda's most influential women? Some of Bermuda's most influential women. But we're going to ask you that as well as this. This is the other question. Do you believe that women have made collective progress in Bermuda? All right. Do you believe that women have made collective progress in Bermuda? So what we're going to do, because we know how, things are in Bermuda these days, right? We're going to share the QR code on screen. So if you do not feel safe sharing your opinion publicly, my goodness, where is the QR code? You guys, Taylor and Maya, they just be putting some news up there. But this is the QR code. Use that QR code. You can answer the question whether or not you believe women have made collective progress in Bermuda. And we'll share the link as well, because let's share the link. Let's share the link for those who are on their phones and cannot, what's it called? Screenshot or, scan it.
Yeah.
Those of you who can't scan the QR code, just scan that QR code or click the link in the comments. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, or thedailyhour.com, you can click that link and let us know your thoughts. Do you believe women have made collective progress in Bermuda? All right. So let's go, folks. Let's go. What are your thoughts? Who are some of Bermuda's most influential women? It's Friday Fun Day. Let's have some fun with this. Teray, something tells me you can't wait. You probably wrote an entire list.
I have notes. I
know the people I work with, folks. I know, and I'm looking forward to this because I'm looking forward to hearing some names I don't know.
Jamel, that is something that I was grappling with. As I was thinking about the most influential women, I was like, how do we do it? Is it the ones that have sealed their place in history? Is it the ones that are like coming up? I tried to strike a balance between Bermudians, I think young women and young girls should know for representation purposes, for ambition purposes, but also young women who everyone should know currently, who I think will be sealed in history in the future.
Okay. Well, come on now. You got me.
Okay, you ready?
It's like a real professor. Like, okay. You gonna tell us, or we gotta guess it? All right, let's hear her list. Audience, give us your list as well. Come on now. Who are some of Bermuda's most influential women? All right.
Yes. Okay. So this is in no particular order, right? I'm just going down the list. The first person that I have is Dame Lois Brown Evans, the first Black female lawyer in Bermuda, and also the first Black attorney general. Bermuda has, I think, about 500 and something lawyers on the Bermuda Bar Association website, and I don't think that we would see as many Black women on those steps, in the RG, had it not been for Dame Lois Brown Evans. Dr. Eva Hodgson, she was an academic and an activist, and I think she's really important for people to not just know, but to read her work. So I think, yes, national treasure. Is she a national hero?
No, she's not.
That's a problem.
She's not.
In my opinion, I think that's a problem. I think she should be a national hero. So whoever's on, is it like, what is it? It's the Ministry of Culture that decides that?
Yeah, yep, that will fall under culture. Yep.
Well, Ministry of Culture, if you're listening, Dr. Eva Hodgson, please. Or I think we can nominate her or something. I have Dame Jennifer Smith. I have Catherine Duffy, the first Black chartered property casualty underwriter, CPCU, which is a big deal because now Bermudians see insurance as an almost default career, when a couple of years ago, it wasn't as easy to enter the field. So I have Kathy Duffy. I also have the progressive group women. So people like Isola Harvey, Florence Maxwell. Of course, this also included men like Dr. Clifford Maxwell, Gerald Harvey, just because of their work. And I also wrote the Blackberry Cadre. I think this is kind of strange, but although I think the men were kind of the outward facing, I know that women were underpinning kind of the organizational networks in there. But I'll stop for now. I'll kind of go, these are the people that I think have sealed their way in history. But for young women to watch, I have Media Maya, who I think just changed the game so much, and I think everyone just needs to know her. I have Bermuda Youth Connect. If you don't know that, for women who are doing civic engagement. I also have people like Asher Simons. I think her article in the RG, I think, really just did something for Bermuda. I have people like Mackenzie Cole Tuckett. I have people like Pamela Gordon Banks. I have people like Patricia Gordon Pamplin, Danielle Painter, Santa Durham, Mia Chambray.
Oh, well, there's old people. Okay.
Shirley. Wait, hang on. Is it Shirley? Is that Cheryl? Hang on. No, I think I'm recalibrating.
She says Shirley. Well, okay. You know what? Well, she's
no, Jamal, don't do this. What is it? This is Sherry.
Oh my goodness. See, Sharon, that's what happens when you don't show you only do things in the back of the house now. You don't like coming out front no more. So that's what happens. But
Sherry, I am so sorry.
No. We're not gonna be sorry. We're gonna hold on to that one. All right, let's see what the audience says. Let's see. Audience, again, keep your comments coming. Who are some of Bermuda's most influential women? I love Teresa's list. I like the way she broke it up with some young people, some much older people. Dr. Eva Hudson, quite a few people agreed with you, as you saw. Mark Arthur C. Phillips, WKD Lama. Charles says, my mama, my grannies, my aunties. Absolutely. It always starts within. Mark Arthur C. Phillips says, Merle Brooks Swan Williams. Okay. Just tell us more about the contribution of Brooks Swan Williams, Mark Arthur C. Phillips. As you said, Shawnette Bell says Dame Jennifer Smith. Okay. Sheikah Reyna says Gina Spence. Okay. She's been big in the community. She's been very active in the Bermudian community over the years. We've got Mark Arthur C. Phillips. He says Shirley Simmons was also one of the first female lawyers. Okay. I had never heard that name.
That's, I think I said Shirley instead of Sherry because I think I read Mark Arthur C. Phillips's comment.
Tripping up, brother. We've got Suzanne Ingham says Maya, Therese, Simone, Sherry, Dr. Mario Wade Smith. Oh, yes, Dr. Mario Wade Smith. Pamela Gordon and her sister, Dame Lois Brown Evans, Flora Duffy, Florence Maxwell, Kathy and Swan. Okay. And then we've got Marquita Lee says Donna Reyna and Debbie Hunter. Yes, their contribution to sport. So here's some of my list. Audience. Some of my list in terms of Bermuda's most influential women. I'm going to start with Donna Pearman. Donna Pearman, owner of People's Pharmacy. When Sir John first came on this show, the one business he highlighted was People's Pharmacy. And I don't think we understand how influential that business was, right? Which has now been passed on to who I think is another influential woman, Tamara Richardson. Influential because of what they've created. She spoke on this show when they celebrated 40 years last year. from the heart with love about, yes, her grandfather supported her mom, but it was her mother, at the time, a Black woman back at that time, the early 80s, really just coming off the 70s, starting a business that has thrived and has grown into a much bigger space. So those are my first two. Another one, Rashida Godwin, the work that she's doing right now, people keep in mind, and this is no disrespect to those who do, this is a woman who had a nice IB job. Instead of waiting to the day they let her go, she decided to say, you know what, I'll put my hand up and leave, and had the courage to go and start her own business. Very different from the offices, right? But started a business, not just to make money, but that was going to improve and impact her community in a way where people can no longer say, I don't know who I am. I also have Jean Atherton. Like we had Kathy Duffy, first, is it CPCU? Jean Atherton, who was a guest on this show, the Honorable Jean Atherton, last week, the first chartered professional accountant in Bermuda. Again, not highlighted or celebrated enough. Ruth Seaton James. Yeah, the first Black person to hold, what was it? A top position in the civil service. The hall at Cedar Bridge Academy is named after Ruth Seaton James, right?
Yeah.
I forget, but again, she was the first Black person to hold a certain position in government. Leilani Nesbitt, you can't talk about young people without talking about her. What she's accomplished in her young life, we probably won't see a Bermudian do again. She won 2 national championships from little old Bermuda. Her accomplishment needs to be up there. And of course, as someone said earlier, Dame Flora Duffy. So that's my short list. Dame Flora Duffy. That's my short list of influential women. I think that there's no right or wrong answers to this, right? I'm a man. If my biggest influences were my mother, my nana, and my aunts, I'll just keep it real. That's not to say, I mean, I had uncles, a father, like I didn't need love. I didn't need to search for it. So I always had that. But they gave me the opportunity to go to a person like Dr. Nalitha Butterfield, who was influential in a life like mine at a very young age. I was not a studious young man. I was not an academic. And being able to go to her to learn how to type at 5, 6 years old, in her house where she set it up. She doesn't get enough recognition for me, Dr. Butterfield. But we can go on, Teray. We can go on. I'm going to say it, Couture Horton Pantreath. Another person, and without her mother, Miss Ellen Kate.
Yes.
Right? Like, let's not forget, great people usually come from great pedigree. Who else do you have? Anyone? Oh, Louise Jackson. This is Louise Jackson. I had a lot of love for Miss Jackson. For those who don't know, she's a former member of Parliament, the mother of Susan Jackson. NTS's Louise Jackson and Suzette Harvey for the performing arts. Yeah. Jackson School of Dance and United Dance Productions, right? And Merle Brock Swan Williams was the founder of the adult education. I should have known that. And Teo's probably drew something at the screen that I did not know that. I should have known that. Anything else from the comments, Tori?
I think we have people agreeing with you. Ellen Kate Horton says that should be Merle Brock Swan Williams. She started the adult school. And then NTS, Ellen Kate Horton, Couture Horton. And then Charles H. Jeffers II says Ruth Seaton James, I believe, was the first Black to lead a government department. Dr. Karika Weldon, Ciola Wilson from Nicole Walker. Rashida Godwin says Kristen White. And then Katie Lama says Paula Cox.
You know what I'm upset about? I'm mad that I missed Ciola Wilson because of her contribution to this space. Can't be understated. In the late 80s, early 90s, or whenever it was, every child watched her present the news. She was probably simply one of the best. I have a TV crush on Jasmine Patterson, so I think she's the best thing since Ciola. Yeah, you can tell her that. It's public. I just said it on here. But I love the way she presents on the news. But she's the closest thing for me to what I used to see in Ciola. We've got Cheryl Caesar from Somerset Pharmacy. Cheryl from Caesar's Pharmacy, Somerset. Sorry. My apologies, Ms. Pemberton. Dr. Barbara Ball. How could I forget? And I have it written down Dr. Barbara Ball, absolutely. This is a woman who could have went and been a doctor and just been rich, and she decided to, say, "Yo, I want to help people," and she helped, Black patients, in a time when white doctors just did not do that. She was very instrumental. I had the privilege of meeting her so late on that she was not as coherent when I worked at Hot 107.5. We were in the BIU building, and I just wish I had the opportunity to have a chat with her because they don't make them like her anymore, folks. No, it's a bit different. Well, how can this make me look good for my career rather than let me do this because it's the right thing to do? I was also shocked. Someone did say Paula Cox. Sorry. Someone did say Paula Cox. Looky, Miss Eve, Kimwana Eve, she is awesome. Okay, I absolutely like that. Not only has she created opportunity for herself, but others as well. Renee Simmons says, my late aunt, Winona Jennings, Amy missionary to Liberia, Africa. Well, I know that name. I've heard that name. Who else, folks? Keep it going. Keep it going. Our good friend Taj Don Bridge says Renee Webb and Linda Bogle Meinsner. Yes, indeed. Nicole Walker says Laverne Ferbert, the late Laverne Ferbert. Absolutely. We've got Lucille Parker in the nursing field, Marquita Lee says. Okay. All right. We've got to bring Teo in for the Daily Hour news break, but also, audience, don't forget, here's answer the question. Do you believe that women have made collective progress in Bermuda? Do you believe that women have made collective progress? You can hit that QR code to answer. We'll share the answers in the second part of the show, but we've got to bring Teo in to see, why the Lakers traded him and they're finally successful. Yeah, we'll do that in a second. But click the QR code. We'll get back to you after this. But this is this has been your Friday Fun Day so far, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. Again, for 2 years of free membership, all you've got to do is go to mailboxes.bm/the Daily Hour. All right. Also, this was your daily discussion brought to you by our friends at Titan and Secure.
The Daily Discussion is brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. Visit TitanEXBDA.com, your leading tour and transport provider specializing in Black History tours throughout the island. And SecureBDA.com for all your property management, waste management, residential, and commercial trucking needs. Professional, punctual, and reliable service is our commitment to you.
All righty, let's bring in Tay Weezy.
Hey, what happened to y'all? You good? Everybody straight?
I'm with too much energy just now. What's up, Tay?
Well, no, I'm gassed by the first chunk of the show because I'm happily frustrated because the folks that I would have named, y'all got to. Which I'm not surprised. They're special people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're genuinely special people. But I'm super happy because this gives me the opportunity, and this is for the folks, I think, that will really understand this with experience in broadcasting, right? Because Ciola is one of them ones.
Yeah.
And I got a story about her skill set that I don't think I've ever shared publicly. Ooh, this is back when we were working at Hot, Jay. And you remember for a minute, Ciola was doing marketing consultancy for people.
Yeah.
Where she would help them like promote their business and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So she came in to do a spot one day, record a 30-second spot. Mm-hmm. And she just came in. It was the middle of August. It was hot. Everybody was sweating. She came in, like, not be honest, not in the best mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't
good for her.
No, I mean, she was keeping it real. Like, it was uncomfortable that day.
Yeah.
And she came in. Now, typically when people do the 30-second spots, they got their script in their hand. They go over it, practice that whole thing. Mm-hmm. She came in and she's like, "Oh man, I forgot the script at home." Okay, hold on, just give me a second. She just sat there, scratched her cheek for, I don't know, maybe 15 seconds. Said, "All right." Sat down and did that thing 29.6 seconds on the nose. And then she said, "I'm not sure if I like it that. Let me do it again." Did it again. 29.8 seconds on the nose. Right. And then she said, "All right, cool. I'll see you later, Teo." Just took off. That is a different kind of skill set. Mm-hmm. Right? Like having it all in your head like that, and the timing, it perfect. Like I've been doing this a long time. I can't do that.
I think you need to emphasize timing, because I don't think people quite understand. Commercials are usually traditionally 30 or 60 seconds. You get the occasional 10 or 15 second, but to be able to nail a commercial to like that time
off the top.
Yeah,
right?
You don't understand.
Yeah,
I mean,
us
for those of you
mortals.
that get it, right? Like it's a superpower.
Yeah, and I again, I'm glad someone in the audience said it, because again, I just have so much respect for those who came before us, and she was that person. That person. Yeah.
You know what? And it could only be a Black woman, because as you guys were talking, you know what that reminded me of? Michelle Obama having to say her speech at the Democratic nomination or whatever from memory because the teleprompter broke that night.
Oh,
and killed it. Right?
Why you all want to do that? Now I'm gonna be talking about be best and all that. Like I'm not doing that with you all today. You're not doing that.
I'm telling you, man.
Be best.
Ciola and Shelly O. Come
yeah. That sounds like a mean rap group. I'm telling you.
This Friday, everybody.
For sure. Now, as far as the news is concerned, I think this will get really useful really quickly, because this year's Bermuda Risk Summit is going to feature a new youth-centered event to help connect students and career changers link up with opportunities in the local insurance and risk industry. It's called the Future Leaders Forum, organized by the Bermuda Business Development Agency. It's going down next Wednesday at the Hamilton Princess and Beach Club. It's going to feature a mix of panel discussions, networking sessions, and mentorship opportunities that will help folks walk a wide range of career paths, from finance and actuarial science to broking, risk management, the whole shebang. Now, speaking of risk and how Bermuda plays a role in this industry that we may not think about so much and earns tons of money in mitigating against risk, the catastrophe bond market is exploding in value this year. I'm not exaggerating. Now, catastrophe bond, right? The name is a little counterintuitive, because catastrophe bonds only pay out if a specific disaster does not occur. Basically, the bonds are the result of elite investors betting against a particular disaster. As in, Jay, you'll get this. FIFA issued a $250 billion catastrophe bond to cover the cost of terrorism-based disruption during the last World Cup in Qatar. So everything was fine. So the investors got that $250 billion back with a ton of interest. Now, here's where Bermuda comes in. Last year, the BSX listed over 90% of all the catastrophe bonds in the world, of all of them in the world. Now, the first quarter of this year's cat bond market size is beating 2024 with nearly $2 billion more of those bonds being issued. And the first 2 months of this year were both record-setting, and almost $1.5 billion worth have already been issued this month. It's only the 7th of March. So this is all unambiguously good financial news for us.
How much of that money goes to us?
Well, we get a piece. All the ones that are listed on the BSX, on the Bermuda Stock Exchange, it flows into our economy.
So look, this is what we're going to do. Audience, everybody in the TDH audience, you are officially made a sales exec for the Daily Hour today. Let's go get some of that. We got to get some sponsorship and so on, because there's money rolling around in there and we ain't seen it.
What I wanted to ask y'all was, is there any disaster that you would bet against?
Like, you mean natural or?
Doesn't matter.
Any disaster
that you'd be like, all right, this is plausible. It's coming. The
Olympics in the United States. I don't think that. I don't think you're likely to see any terrorists or anything like that in the U.S. with the Olympics, because of how security is.
Well, remember the Atlanta Olympics.
I remember, the bombing in Atlanta. But I think, I just think, I mean, we've had September 11th since then. It's been other things where I think the sporting events and things have really covered.
And it's California, so it's a different level of security. There's a different level of people in California, A-listers.
Yeah. But then again, if there were people that had a catastrophe bond out on California's wildfires, they would have lost all that money. Oh, that's the other piece of it. If you invest in a catastrophe bond, that money, if the disaster happens, goes to the relief efforts to help repair the damage done by the catastrophe.
What an
Now,
ethical investment.
well, yeah, I see why you say that. It's more just really rich people betting, straight up like gambling on
It's
reality. It makes me uncomfortable.
I kind of meant it with a bit of irony, right? Like it seems very, the Hunger Games where the people are kind of eating all the food and watching all the people fight, like the Volturi in Twilight, kind of like, it's very dystopian.
You're showing your age, Teray. You're showing your age. Volturi in Twilight. Lord have mercy.
That is.
Now, in other financial news that honestly flows on well from the disastrous conversation we just had, U.S. President Donald Trump's trade war has been postponed for a month after he blinked on his long-promised issuance of 25% tariffs on most goods from Canada and Mexico. Now, they, on the other hand, those two countries have rolled out tariffs on billions of dollars of U.S. products and plan to dump hundreds of billions of dollars more if Trump decides not to maintain the suspension of his tariffs beyond the first week of next month. All this means that just like the prices are going to increase in all these different countries, they're going to increase here in Bermuda because that's where we buy our stuff from. That said, the response from China has not been fully articulated yet, but early indicators are straight up frightening.
Its response to US tariffs has been swift and strong. For 2 days in a row, it's put out this statement. If war is what the US wants, be it a tariff war, a trade war, or any other type of war, we're ready to fight till the end.
Well, I think this is what happens when bullies get in positions of power. Honestly, and all jokes aside, and you all know where I'm going with this, whether it's the Bermuda Tourism Authority or the White House, right? If there's one thing I've learned about bullies is they're a bully until the day they meet their match. And I'm not quite sure. This is really the whole economic thing. It kind of gives you an understanding that running a country and running a business is not one and the same. Well, it's helpful that you know how to run a company. Running a business is a bit different. And so I'm not quite sure that the world is ready to back down. That's scary coming from China. It should, make everyone take a step back and be like, are we really going to do this? But as long as his ego is being massaged by Mr. Musk, who seems to hate everything about Black people, then this is probably the road we're heading on. There's only one winner in this trade war to me in the early signs, and it's not even the billionaires. It's Elon Musk.
Yeah. No, I understand it. It's just genuinely terrifying. Teray, did you think in your lifetime that World War III would be tap danced around by nuclear powers? Was this something you anticipated that you'd have to be thinking about or dealing with?
I did not, honestly. And I think I want to kind of add to what Jamel had said about bullies kind of making their way to the top. I think it's also like a certain type of bully, like an incompetent bully. Because I think in order to get to these positions, you have to be a bit bullish, right? Like you have to be very kind of hardline and ambitious. But I think Donald Trump, I remember when I was in high school reading one of his books about business, he's a one-trick pony. He is the epitome of go to the extreme and then moderate your position. Like he's been doing this since he floundered on Wall Street and went bankrupt, since he was a slumlord. So it's quite disappointing, I think, that the American people have put their faith in this man, and whatever happens after, quite frankly, I don't really feel bad. I'm mad at Americans. I'm mad at the Democrats. I think I'm just really angry.
I want to give Teray props. She read one of Trump's books.
Oh,
you heard that?
Well,
yeah.
I admire your enemy. You have to know your enemy.
Yeah, he probably didn't write it or read it.
No, he absolutely didn't.
Yeah, like those hotels, he puts his name on. He put his name on that book. But yeah.
Anyway, in much more pleasant news, shout out to the St. Baldrick's Foundation for once again raising money for childhood cancer research with a head shaving fundraiser set for next Friday. The event's going to be hosted up at Docksiders, or down at Docksiders, I guess, where nearly 20 participants are going to shave their heads in public to raise money for cancer research. The St. Baldrick's Foundation worldwide's earned over $350 million over the past 20 years that's gone to cancer research, specifically for kids, as they work to find and develop the best new ideas and most effective cancer treatments that can save lives. Now, speaking of cancer treatments, Pfizer, one of the biggest pharma tech companies on the planet, they have just made beating this disease its top research priority, increasing their oncology spending to 25% of their annual revenue, which was nearly $65 billion just last year. They're describing their new research focus as a GPS-guided missile that only destroys the target, that is cancer.
Know that some cancer cells express some proteins. Then we create an antibody that it is attracted by these proteins. The antibody is the GPS system. Then we have a payload, which is the warhead. It can be chemical or nuclear or tactical, depends on what you want to attack. And then you need to link the two together, and that is called the conjugation. That means that we believe that in the next 10 years, most of the general chemotherapies could be replaced with targeted therapies like that have way less side effects, because the chemotherapy attacks also the healthy cells.
Somebody send that to, what's his name, RFK.
Oh, I was bigging him up on Wednesday for adjusting.
For seeing the light?
Yeah, but just yesterday, he was saying that one of the best efforts that HHS is making against the measles outbreak in Texas and across the country, we're sending them cod liver oil for everybody. All the cod liver oil you could drink. That'll sort this measles thing right out. And I'm like, oh, you were doing so well, bro. So well.
You expected that to last, though.
I know. That was super naive and silly of me.
Okay, as you get older, I'm starting to question you, brother.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, Teray, I asked him if he was talking about RFK. I was like, I was shocked. But anyway, I'm sorry.
But that's what he hoped you would do, Teo. He hoped that you had like restored belief and faith in him. But keep your expectations low. That's where they belong.
I those things well, bro.
I require more cynicism, which is not a sentence I'd ever thought I would need to say. But apparently, I'm low on my cynicism.
No, just for him, just for this person. Just for these distinct people, Trump, Elon, like keep your cynicism for them, but then keep your hope for everyone else.
Charles said, has Elon Musk benefited? Tesla stock is down 36%. See, you guys have got to open your eyes. You got to go wide.
You know what's crazy?
One
of my friend's moms.
Verizon contract that they have, that the government's trying to end Starlink benefits. One, Charles. Tesla's got one of his little babies. Now, let's not talk about using Twitter X to drive the initiatives. Once you have hold of the way people operate on the internet, you control their thoughts almost. So this is not just about that. And Tesla stock's no different from most stocks that are down right now. That will rebound. Because if there's nothing I've learned about us, and I'm including all of us, myself included, we love to boycott short term. We do nothing long term. Tesla will bounce back. People will still be driving their Teslas because we don't stick to anything as a collective. We don't. Maybe one or two for a while, but the rest. Look at the NFL. They boycotted the NFL because of Colin Kaepernick. Now everyone's dancing to Kendrick Lamar and arguing whether or not it was a good halftime show or not.
Yeah, no, like attention spans have been ruined by short form multimedia content on TikTok, Instagram. Like we got 15 seconds, we're all in.
Yeah.
So beyond that,
it's winning. Do not be fooled by Tesla stock being down. He is winning. Every law. What's happening in South Africa right now, trying to get Trump to focus on that, trying to get the because no one asked for this, but trying to get Derek Chauvin, who was convicted of killing George Floyd, trying to get him pardoned by the president. No one asked for this. He's a racist agitator that keeps winning. So let's not think that the stock market defines or reflects whether someone is winning or not. That's probably what I want you to think.
And as wealthy as he is, like he can take a loss Like he's got so much money, which allows him to passively make so much money. Like Tesla could go away, and he's still in the hundreds of $billion territory already. Like he can do whatever he feels like. You cannot hurt him economically. It's not possible.
Teray, can we get back to speaking about like influential Black women? Why are we giving?
You know what? I think this is the perfect segue though, because I think Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, when they spew their racist stuff about DEI, you know they're targeting Black people, right? When they think about DEI, they think about Black people. So I think this is a perfect segue to talk about all the excellent and brilliant Black people, because Elon Musk, the short term, he's got all these government contracts. Like, let's sidebar.
Yellow wise people. What's the wise decision? Well, tonight, hopefully, will be the last time this year, or at least until this winter, that air temps drop below 60 degrees. Because I know that you are tired of needing to keep your heat on just to stay asleep. A departing cold front means that the first half of the day should be wet and windy, but conditions should clear up after lunch and remain broadly settled for the duration of the weekend.
Is it true that in the U.S. and Bermuda, the time changes this weekend?
Is it? I
know in the UK it doesn't. Let me Google. Hold on, guys. Audience, you didn't let us know this. You making us do all the work now. What's it called? Daylight savings?
Yeah.
It says
since my phone does it for me.
March 9th, 2025. Yeah, so the time changes.
Yeah, it does. People are saying yes. Shauna Bell says yes. Mark Arthur C. Phillips says yes. Marquita Lee says yes. This weekend.
So we go forward, spring ahead, right? Yeah, spring ahead. And it's back, so spring ahead. So you all be losing an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
Well, not happening in the UK.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good over here, period.
Whatever, player. I'm good. Tell you, see you soon, bro. Have a good day.
All right. Take care, y'all. Thanks a lot,
folks. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break, pay some bills. We'll come back, continue the conversation. Time changer for some of us, not all of us. We'll be back in 3 minutes, 21 seconds. In the meantime, whatever platform you're on, give us a like, love, follow, share. Make sure you subscribe. Just show us some love, and we'll be back to continue the conversation about influential women in Bermuda. Keep them coming.
People's ACW, located at King Edward VII Memorial Hospital, carries over-the-counter medicines, toys, cards, and even toiletries. Our knowledgeable staff are there whether you're at emergency, visiting family, or a member of BHB staff, to show you our best even when you're feeling your worst. People's ACW, we're here for you.
Hi there, welcome to Medical House. We're located at number 6 Bakery Lane. I can't wait to show you all of the great stuff that we carry. Come on inside, let's see. Long days, long shifts, you no longer have to endure comfortable underwear. Designed by nurses, we now offer premium undergarments by Swoop that are unique, fun, comfortable, and functional. The only underwear you'll ever want to wear. Who says high quality functional products can be stylish and comfortable at the same time?
See it all at our new expanded location on Bakery Lane.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level. Wake up in the morning with enough coffee to keep you running throughout the entire day. Your pet at home deserves the best. Stock up on dog food to keep your puppy happy. Need a quick tasty lunch at home? Your chicken nuggets will be jumping right out of the freezer. What's a movie night without popcorn? You can never have too much. Lindo's Next Level. Why go anyplace else?
Unlock your business potential with BDC's General Microloan, offering up to $30,000 for Bermudian small and medium businesses. Whether it's for inventory, working capital, or equipment, we provide 100% guarantee on approved loans. Simple application, low interest rates, and fast processing. Apply today and make your business dream come true.
Considering the increasing challenges faced by financial institutions, the need for insurance protection is a critical component of the risk management framework. At FriesenBrook, our priority is to safeguard your assets with the most optimal, cost-effective risk management cover to help protect your business, whether it be cyber, directors and officer liability, professional indemnity, or property insurance. Call us on 296-3600 to learn more about our full suite of competitive corporate insurance products. At FriesenBrook, we provide insurance you can count on.
Join us as we celebrate 5 years and 1,000 plus episodes of community conversations on Bermuda's daily talk show. The Daily Hour Gala takes place on April 26th at LF Wade International Airport. For more information and advance tickets, please send an email to admin@bermudacommunications.com. We look forward to celebrating all that's great about our community with all of you.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. I'm Jamal Hartman. She's Teray Tall. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical Wells, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. Folks, don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Big up to those who have purchased tickets for the gala so far. We look forward to celebrating 5 years and over 1,100 episodes with all of you. So make sure you get yours sooner rather than later. But I want to give props to James Burgess. Big up to James Burgess. He became an official YouTube member. If you're a YouTube member, you know that there's special content just for you. You too can join for as low as $2.99 on our YouTube channel a month. So yeah, get on there. Or if you want to support in another way, you could go on our website, where it's the same place. You can purchase tickets directly on our website for the gala. So it's thedailyhour.com. But let's go through some comments. The question of the morning, audience, we were asking, who are some of Bermuda's most influential women? But also we asked, do you believe that women have made collective progress in Bermuda? And I want to hear from women on that. Like, what is collective progress? Like, asking that question is easy enough, but what does that even mean? But do you believe that we've made collective progress? Well, women have made collective progress in Bermuda is the question. Let's go to the audience because we have quite a few comments came earlier. Answering who are some of Bermuda's most influential women. Nicole Walker said Steph Brown for her one-woman campaign to protect the environment and clean up the island. She spent over 200 days so far collecting trash and encourages others to join her. Love that. Don't know her, but I absolutely love that. More like her needed. Lavette Pemberton says Dr. Shangri-La Jerome Thompson, art educator. So I believe she's a former principal at Prospect Primary as well. Thank you for that, Ms. Pemberton. Charles H. Jefferson II, he's asking, did anyone say Sally Bassett and or Mary Prince? Did anybody say that, Teray?
I can't remember, but I'm sure people are agreeing with their names.
Absolutely, Charles. We can't talk about influential women without them. He also says, Charles H. Jefferson II says, I think about all of the nameless women who survived that passage from Africa and eventually to Bermuda. Without them, none of us who are of African descent would be here. So grateful. Absolutely influential. We've got Cecile Snaith Simmons. She writes some wonderful articles. She is a historian, I guess, an educator, but man, she's an amazing person to get information from as it relates to things and people who came before us. Lauren Ferbert says Marva Stovall Phillips was a member of the progressive group and implemented a program in public schools. Okay, props to Miss Stovall Phillips. What you got, Teray?
We have a couple from Taj. Taj Summer Outridge says, let's not forget the Carol Bassett, the first female president of the Senate in 2008, and Levita Fogo, the first female government whip.
I want people.
Marquita Lee also says Sheila Ming. Do you know who that is?
I don't. Who can you let us know who Sheila Ming is, Marquita? I want to see if we can get people who are not. When I look at my list that I named earlier, there were no politicians. When I look at my list earlier, there were not even activists or advocates. And I think one of the reasons that my mind goes there is because we always recognize the influence or impact of those who are loud. And not loud as in a bad thing, but loud meaning in our face.
Yeah, like visible.
And I think we forget to recognize the people who silently go about doing the work that actually influences our lives and makes a difference in our lives and actually creates paths for us. And they don't get the recognition. So I'm interested to know, audience, again, do you believe that women have made collective progress in Bermuda, but also eliminate politics? Who are some influential women who've made a difference, who've set the way for Bermuda, who have like really given us an opportunity to thrive? It's hard to do without politics, isn't it?
Well, I think women do it without politics every day. I think what you said before is really important because the people who are often overlooked, underpaid, or undervalued for their work are women. We talk about labor more in the sense of, okay, I'm going to work, I'm putting on a suit, I'm doing 9 to 5. There's an invisible market of labor that women are most likely and majority participating in, and that's the domestic care. Like
I'm going to disagree with you based on facts, though.
Work. Oh, hang on. You can. Domestic work makes all other work possible, right? Like when you wake up, you take care of yourself, you're preparing for the world. All of that is very feminized work, and represents a portion of the economy that is not really attached to the economic market, and I think it's been deprioritized.
I'm going to disagree with you. I can't go on this road of women, because there has to be a distinction, and we have to be courageous enough to speak about the distinction. White women have done quite fine. White women are not in that same block when statistics are shown.
What block are you talking about?
That block of women. This is not because you said women, and statistics show that it's not women. It's women of certain races or ethnicities, but it's not women. And I just don't like it. It's a comment that Billie Jean King made years ago about women's right to vote, and I'm just like, no, you mean white women. Like there's a difference. I just my only ask of Black women is stop minimizing your fight to be inclusive, because when we do that, the winners keep winning, and we're still saying women are fighting for this. Women are not fighting for this. White women are not fighting for the same things as Black women. So that's where I disagree. That
I think
National Women's Day, but we have to acknowledge that Black women and white women have completely different fights.
Yeah, no, I think we're on the same page. I don't think there's a disagreement. I think what I'm talking about is the domestic labor where women are responsible for most of that work. Do Black women and white women take that work differently? Has there been differences? Of course, definitely, right? Like it's nobody's saying it's the same. But even aside from race, right, there's specific work that women are just meant to do in the household because of traditional standards.
You know what's
Have
crazy?
Black women?
You know what's
what?
crazy? Well, you're absolutely correct. I was saying this a couple years ago. The argument that women belong in the kitchen, which was always said, like it was like traditional, like that was the mindset, makes no sense to me, because when I go into restaurants in a kitchen, there's always men. You feel me? Like, so I'm like, okay, so men do it for money as a job and women do it for free at home. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I mean, apparently, and I think what you're pointing to is who gets promoted, right? Like when women are in the kitchen, it's normal. But if a man is in the kitchen, has skill, then it's worthy of promotion and worthy of celebratoriness because it's exceptional. So yeah. But then things like nursing, healthcare, like care-oriented portfolios are more often than not dominated by women. Teaching, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Man, we live in a weird, strange world. And then it was also seen as strange if men took nursing positions or education wasn't. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
But speaking of teaching, Taj Damavadovich also says Dr. Curtis Tweed, Sandra Barrows, Dr. Tracy Harney are all educators that had a huge impact on me. And then Manuela Jones says Florence Maxwell was my brown owl leader in the 60s, and she continues to set an example.
Oh, nice.
She was in my list, Florence Maxwell.
Yeah.
And then
I will forever appreciate her inviting me to her home last year, and man, I felt like I needed an encyclopedia once I left. Man, she's an incredible human being. She's an incredible human being.
We also have Dr. Norma Aswood. Do you know who that is?
I don't. Who's that?
I don't either. If you, I definitely want to read all the names, but tell us more about these women so we can celebrate them for their contributions.
Yeah, Pam Ved says Molly Burgess, Secretary General of the BIU. If you don't know her, you know her name. If you don't know her name, you know her work. A very powerful woman indeed. Shawnette Bell says Shiona Torini, one of Bermuda's most influential. Indeed. She has made, I mean, I always say people who make it in spaces where it's so hard to get in, like it's a lottery, coming from little old Bermuda. Yeah, you're inspiring some folks. You're doing a thing. Sheila Ming, she said, is an international fashion model. I never heard of that.
Yeah, me either. I know about, I can't remember her first name, but it's someone Swainson, Gina Swainson. I think she was one of the first Bermudians to either win a kind of world international pageant or just participate. So that's another one.
Last Bermudian to win Miss World. And what was it? 1978, 79, 76, 77. I don't know. It was in Bermuda trivia. You know, I didn't write the game. But let's go. So we said, do you believe that women have made collective progress in Bermuda? What do you think the result percentage-wise is, Teray?
Maybe people are saying yes. I think most people are saying yes.
Okay. By percent, how many people you think are saying yes by percent?
Maybe 60, 70. Like a clear majority.
Yeah, so everyone who's answered, do you believe that women have made collective progress in Bermuda? 100% of respondents have said yes.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
That's excellent. Okay, that is excellent.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah, I love to see that. Let's go through these last few comments before we take our final break and then come back for the daily play. We've got Nicole Walker says, we see more women in executive and leadership roles, but how do their salaries compare with their male counterparts? Oh, this is a necessary question. This is an extremely necessary question. We've got Denise Hollis says, Dr. Maria Ben, she was very engaged in the community and held functions for children of the Sunshine League. Okay. Again, Miss World 1979, still before I was born. Gina Swainson. Who are some of Bermuda's most influential women? Carl Otterbridge says, Kim Wilkinson, for the number of people she encouraged to enter the insurance business. Indeed. All right. And we've got, everybody's on Gina Swainson. Ellen Kate Horton says, Gina Swainson was Miss World in the runner-up for Miss Universe.
Wow.
Yep. Suzanne Ingham, Gina was the only Bermudian who won Miss World Beauty Contest. She's awesome. And then Mark Arthur Phillips in 79. Gina Swainson won the Miss World title to become the only Bermudian to achieve this honor. She also placed in the first runner-up in the Miss Universe 1979 pageant. But yeah, I guess we will consider her an influential woman in Bermuda. Audience, don't go. We'll take our final break. We'll come back after this break. We'll do a daily play. So give us about 1:51, and I think all of you will get this. I don't think Teray needs your help, but stick around. Let's see. If she don't get it, we'll give her some heat. All right. Be back. In the meantime, give us a like, love, follow, share it. Whatever platform you're on, especially YouTube and Facebook, make sure you like, love, follow, share, subscribe, and join.
Being from this little island, like yourself, we knew you needed access to reliable shipping. We set up mailboxes so you can skip all the long waits or held up in customs excuses.
With mailboxes, that won't happen. Get your packages in under 48 hours using our dashboard.
Plus, if you're a planner or headerer, our weekly consolidation service might be for you. We hold your packages in Delaware and ship them together to save you big time on shipping fees.
And with our warehouse being in Delaware, that means 0% sales tax. Pretty cool, right guys?
Looking for the best care for your pets? Nova's Ark Feed and Supply has everything you need, from top quality foods to toys and supplies. We've got it all. Join our frequent buyer program and earn rewards every time you shop. Plus, we've been awarded the Clever Customer Initiative Program for helping you save more. And don't forget, we open an hour early on Saturdays so you can get a head start on your pet care. Visit us today or shop online for easy pickup or delivery. Your pets will thank you.
Join us as we celebrate 5 years and 1,000 plus episodes of community conversations on Bermuda's daily talk show. The Daily Hour Gala takes place on April 26th at LF Wade International Airport. For more information and advance tickets, please send an email to admin@bermudacommunications.com. We look forward to celebrating all that's great about our community with all of you.
All righty, welcome back to the big show. Thanks again to everyone who's tuned in. Again, whatever platform you're on, make sure you give us a like, love, follow, share, subscribe. Thanks again to the BAC group of companies, Medical House Lenders, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we can do this with you on a daily basis. I just checked WhatsApp on break, and I must have posted yesterday that an electric toothbrush and a water pick will do more than just brighten your smile. It'll change your life. I'm obsessed with my electric toothbrush that I got last year and my water pick. Kind of weird, but folks, hey, hygiene, man. Hygiene. I'm just saying, I love it, Teray. I don't know. I it's like, man, who would have thought at this age I would love, doing this after every meal. But anyway.
Yeah, it's also fun, right? Like, it's kind of fun. You should give them to your niece.
Yeah. No. I told my niece the other day, I said, it's your last set of teeth. No, it's not. I have more baby teeth. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, whatever. Anyway, folks, it's time for the Daily Play brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. All right, it's a things you should know. Things you should know. All right, here we go. Teray and audience.
Come on, audience. Tap in.
What was Hillary Clinton's profession before entering politics?
She was a lawyer.
I told you she probably didn't need your help, folks. All right.
Okay. Yeah, she was also a lawyer and a senator.
Well, before she got into politics. Senator's politics, right?
Yeah, it is. But people like to say, oh, we're just picking women just because they're women, when in actuality, she had more experience than her opponent.
Well, everyone got it. Risotto Severin, Renee Simmons, Manuela John. And what's the difference between an attorney and a lawyer?
I don't know.
Helene Swan got it. Oh my goodness.
Idiot. Man.
My goodness. Tell us how you really feel.
I respect it, Suzanne. I honestly respect it. Why is she an idiot? Tell us though.
I'm actually shocked and surprised, but you know what, Suzanne? We're here. We love people that are direct and honest. But
you know what I say? I always say I support women's rights and wrongs.
Well, hey. Let's wrap it up. Some of us have got places to be, but final thoughts on, not just influential women in Bermuda, but progress for women and some of the challenges that people still face.
Final thoughts. I think the 100% polling is really encouraging. Like, that gave me a lot of hope. The fact that people feel like progress is being made. I also feel like progress is being made. So it's really, I think, important to hold on to these really strands of hope, especially in this current moment in time. On the Bermudian influential women, I want to say, like, this, my list was not comprehensive. There are tons of people who are not on that list. I think every woman in Bermuda has like a serious role in our development and deserve to be celebrated. So yeah, this was really good. Honestly, I feel good because it feels like a nice response to the current narrative around diversity, equity, inclusion, which we know is meant to be an attack on Black people. So it feels really good to kind of just remind ourselves of all the legends who came before, the legends who are currently being made, and also the progress that we have to make in the future.
Yeah. DEI is so incredibly interesting to me how it's an attack on Black people when Black people haven't even really been the biggest beneficiaries of it. But just
talk about it, white women.
Yeah. Dr. Smith says Norma asked with his Lady Blackman right, vice president of the Senate. How do you guys not know Gina Swainson, 1979 Miss World? Who didn't know Gina Swainson? You didn't know her? Right?
We were confused about the timing of when she won Miss World. I also didn't know whether she won Miss World or Miss Universe.
Yeah, we knew her. Yeah, everyone knew who she was. I think it was just about which year she won Miss World and the like, but we all knew her. I mean, damn, I wrote about it in a damn Bermuda trivia edition, so I would hope I knew her.
Charge it to our head, not our hearts.
Yes.
For anyone we've forgotten.
Yes. Come on, you got billed out there once or twice, Mr. Editor. All right. So my final thoughts are this. Look, I think as it relates to progress of women in Bermuda, I don't know how to look at it. I don't know how to measure it. Not being a woman, I don't know. I don't know. Someone asked a question about, yes, you see these women with titles in the IB sector, but does their pay match the titles of their counterparts? That's an important question, right? Furthermore, people like to say Bermuda has progressed because we've had, various women leaders politically. Again, you can put a black face in a position. That doesn't mean that real change has happened. It could be optics, right? So I think we really need to define what progress looks and feels like to us when it comes to women. But what I will say is that we have heard some names today. We've heard names, whether they were politicians, educators, business people, caregivers, charitable people in the community. The backbone of Bermuda is the strength of its women. And I think we need to begin to highlight and celebrate their achievements a bit more. Case in point with the Honorable Jean Atherton last week. 90-something% of people did not know her story. We need to ensure people know that. We need to ensure people know that for various reasons, because that person's accomplishment can inspire an entire generation of, okay, I can be that person too. I can achieve that too. It's no different from the example I give all the time about Barack Obama. Him being in that position gave people, Black people, hope that, oh, so you don't have to be a white man to hold this position. And then after that, you saw Kamala Harris in the vice president position, and you don't have to be a white man to be in this position. Things like that matter and make a difference to young people. And so today we celebrate the accomplishments, the achievements of the various women who have made a difference in our community, and may those coming behind them carry the torch with pride and honor, and not forget to do what was done for them for those who are coming behind them. So Ray, do you have any daily inspiration for us?
I do, and this is from Maya Angelou, who is just literally the GOAT. This is from her Still I Rise poem. It says, "You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. And out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise."
Yeah, that's my first tattoo right here.
Are you kidding?
Still I Rise, right here. That was back in before you were born. Seriously. Still I Rise. Yeah, one of my favorites. Guys, like, a woman's words. Yeah.
I mean, the words are so real and so relevant for Black women and Black people. And it's inspired a generation. I hope it continues to for as long as this earth spins.
Indeed. Long live Maya Angelou. Folks, don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC group of companies, Medical House Lenders, and People's Pharmacy, for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this with you on Tuesday. No show Monday, so Tuesday. All right? She's Tuesday. I'm Jamel Hartman. Please do make it a safe and a great weekend. We are out. Peace.